I am award-winning published photographer and journalist Evan J. Thomas, and I'll be bringing you badass artists from the genres of music, art, sports, radio, as well as TV and movies. On the Badass Podcast, you will hear raw, bold, blunt, and honest conversation-style interviews where no topic is off limits. Check out the show at badassproductions1.com and go to the On Demand tab and pull up the Badass Podcast where you can watch or listen to your favorite show. Get ready, because I am Evan J. Thomas, and this is badass. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Badass Podcast. I am Evan J. Thomas, also with Badass Productions. We're here in Roselle, Illinois at Royalty Health and Fitness. I'm going to be sitting down and walking around with Matt Daniels, formerly of Shallow Side. He's going to show me his new venture, what he's doing here, and what he's going to be offering, plus his history and his life of music. So right here, check it out.
What's up, guys? I am Matt Daniels of Royalty Health and Fitness. This is Roselle's Rock and Roll Gym. We're here just opening this Saturday, tomorrow, May 1st. So, bodybuilding gym, rock and roll, fitness, music, both mixed together all in one. With my touring the country and my background in music, we work out every morning. So the big push to this is how much mental health and physical health align just seamlessly. So with this gym, I hope to effectively put that together, have a little rock with a little roll in it. All your bodybuilding machines, pin selected, free weights, squat racks, dumbbells, and of course, what better way to feel like you're in a rock concert than a badass sound system. We got 2 monitors here, 2 monitors on the sides, and then 2, I believe these are 18 or 20-inch subs.
Damn.
But big thing is feeling that 808 hit your chest like your front row of a rock concert, and that's what I want all of our clients to feel. So this is 7,260 square feet. Here is our auxiliary room where you stretch. We might throw some punching bags up in here.
Yeah.
Posing room as well for all of our competitors. And yeah, so we got our hip abductor machines, abs, lower back, all that stuff.
You had me in the background too, so you know.
Oh yeah, and the wonderful Evan. All right. So that was this room. And then over here, to truly combine the music and fitness, we have, each room is gonna have rooms for lessons. So this room right here is our guitar lesson room, where any musicians that are coming through the area and need a little extra side cash or whatever can come in and do guest musician lessons to our members, our guests, kids, people who want to sign up, the whole nine. We'll have a computer here as well for mobile lessons. So we're going to be hitting both avenues there. And the cool thing is this room right here is called the Rage Cage. Now what this is, and you're seeing, this is the before. This is clearly not after yet.
We'll get an after in here eventually.
Exactly. It's empty, but there's gonna be a drum set here used for cardio. I don't know if you ever play drums, maybe you have drummers in the house. It is an insane workout. So, drums in here for cardio, as well as drum lessons. Any other people who wanna bring their kit in and do music videos for their drum playthroughs, we do that as well. So this is gonna be soundproof. There's gonna be a door here. And then we have our locker rooms, and this is where all the heavy lifting happens. We have our cables, leg presses, squat racks, and dumbbells and our benches. And that's about it so far.
And you literally just got this stuff in within like the last few days.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean, they were coming in as we were talking earlier, so.
Yep. So it's been Christmas every time you're around.
So how did this all come about? Obviously Royalty Health and Fitness, you have an app that started it all?
Yep.
So talk about how you came about starting that app.
So biggest thing for me, so I had been touring professionally in bands for my whole life. I had been touring in another band and had a pretty big issue happen to me. I was coming home from New York, 15-hour drive, my lower back was hurting. You know, it was just a pretty standard thing, but I had like a cold. So I went to the doctor, get some medicine, try to feel better. He was saying, I'm a little bit worried about your lower back hurting. We think it might be meningitis. And I was like, Doc, I'm not obviously certified by any means to be a doctor, but that's neck pain. And he just was adamant. He's like, you need to get a spinal tap. You're not leaving, and an ambulance is coming to pick you up. And I'm like, here we go. I'm like trapped here. So I told him I'm not paying for it. He could pay for it. My parents came, they picked me up, drove me to the hospital. The ER said, it's lower back pain. We don't think that there's gonna be any meningitis, but why not do the test? So at this point, I'm probably in my early 20s, like 20, 22, 21. I'm like 215. So 250 pounds, and these two little doctors come by to give me the spinal tap, and they can't put the needle in my spine. So they make me lift my arms, and they lift me in the air, and then they push it in. It went way too deep, and it punctured my spinal cord. My brain fluid was leaking out of my head through my spinal cord.
Holy shit.
And I couldn't walk, I couldn't raise my head upwards, I couldn't see or taste for like 2 months. And I realized that that's what they had done. They had punctured the spinal cord. I had to go back to the hospital. They took a pint of my own blood to plug it back into the hole so that it would seal. So I had to relearn like how to walk. I couldn't look at a computer screen without going white blind because it was so bright. So after that had happened, I had lost a shit ton of weight, and just felt like crap. I couldn't even touch my knees. Like my back was so messed up. So while touring too. So I had taken 2 months off because I was out for the count. And my biggest thing was I want to get back on stage. Like I want to play music again. So I started doing my own, PT programs, stretching my hamstrings, my glutes, so it's easier on my lower back. And eventually was able to touch my knees, then my shins, then my toes, and like it just progressed from there. And then you fast forward a couple of years, and I joined Shallow Side, and I gained my muscle back. I'm like 230, like 225, and musicians' budgets for food are very slim pickings. We're talking Wendy's, Burger King, and you got your gas station food. So
hopefully Walmart once in a while.
Yeah, hopefully a Walmart. So it's like terrible. Like you either lose weight or gain tons of weight on the road, and it's not in a good way. So because I was so involved with fitness, I started studying dietitian stuff, nutrients, how the body works and all that for whatever hours we were on to the next city. And I just started putting my own test programs to myself. And I saw great results. I loved it. I fell in love with fitness, and touring became peaceful for me. It was in the morning, you wake up, you hit the showers, you work out, or showers afterwards, obviously. And then you go to load in, you play a show, sign your merch, load up, and you leave and repeat. So it was a great cycle for me. It kept me focused. My performance on stage was better than ever. I was more energetic, and Shallow Side, like we've always been crazy, like super crazy on stage. So it helped so much. And at one point, the whole band started working out and everybody was together, and it was like a unified thing. So that's what really spawned the idea that music and fitness are so hand in hand, and I don't really think that's been conveyed in a way that hopefully we can. So people come in here, I hope you can feel like it's a second home. You're welcome, and you can just be yourself and let out all the stress, anxiety, or just come in here and have a fun time. That's basically what all this is about.
And starting out the app, I mean, for the app, you've been doing that for what, 3 years or so now?
Yeah. So
and that's how this all really came about.
When we were touring, I started doing mobile coaching, and we were accepting clients. It started out very small. I was using Apple Notes, sending out diets and stuff like that. And then just trying to grow and continue growing as a company. We had our own app developed, the Royalty Health and Fitness app, which you can gain access through our programs, and it tells you what workouts you're doing, videos, how to do it, the reps, there's a stopwatch of how long your workout is, notes, like it's so in-depth and easy. It gives you the entirety of a personal trainer in your phone, and that's the great thing about it.
So you're strictly, the workouts are mainly just, are they body weight based, or do you ever go into like yoga and stretching and stuff like that?
We have a lot of stretching programs. We do a lot of unconventional workouts. When COVID hit, we switched the whole format from a gym format to a home format. So we had people with book bags doing squats. Like it was all switched to accustom people's changes in lives. And that's why the app is so helpful, because it's customized to each person. So we do gym workouts, we do strength, weight loss, functionality. There's yoga stuff. It's just anything you really want, you let us know, and we do our best to make sure that you progress as quickly as possible.
That's awesome. So, and this place is opening up May 1st, 2021.
Yes.
Roselle, Illinois. And what's the address here?
820 East Nerky Road in Roselle. 60172 is the zip code.
Do you have a website, Facebook page?
Yes. So website is royaltyhealthandfitness.net, and that's royalty health and AND, not the symbol.
Gotcha.
Facebook, Royalty Health and Fitness. Instagram, it's all the @, same thing. Twitter is Royalty H&F, or one of those. We'll get back on that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll put a link up for you. So Matt and I are going to walk over to the main desk, and we're going to talk a little bit about. All right, so we are switching it up. Badass Podcast. I'm here with Matt Daniels, formerly of Shallow Side, now with Royalty Health and Fitness, his new gym. And obviously, you saw behind us. I had to do this with the awesome background. You know, the whole vinyls and the guitars. Are those your guitars?
Yeah, this is the bass that I toured in with Shallow Side. Has seen stages with Saliva, Disturbed, Breaking Benjamin, so many other great artists. Holds so many memories to me, and it's meant so much that I put it in the gym to kind of give the atmosphere of true music, touring, the long nights, the crazy stories. And this is my other guitar here. I grew up with this guitar, the Schecter. This was actually the guitar that I had toured when I joined Shallow Side, so we had played that one on that one as well. So all of this is going to hold so much rich music history. There's a lot of props from music videos. Like a Storm gave.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, Like a Storm gave us some stuff to hang up on the walls.
Their big microphone thingy. What do you call that?
Oh man, the didgeridoo.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that thing.
Fucking wicked.
So that thing, no, but we got like a crazy crow mask, and then some dolls from one of their newer music videos, and then my buddy from not Fit for the King. For the Fallen Dreams. Okay. They are going to be putting some stuff up here as well. Super cool people. But yeah, this is all about just bringing music into the community, growing it, spreading rock, and kind of bringing back that feeling when you were like 16, 17, waiting 3 hours in front of a sold out show to get through the doors, you know?
So I'm going to try to see if I can get some of my photography that I've done in here. Because I've got like, let's see, Chester.
Oh, yeah.
Ton of Chester
that would
Bennington.
be awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can get you some good stuff. So I was here a week ago, and this place was completely empty. And so far, everything's set up. He opens tomorrow, as we said before. And the background is when I walked in, this is what got me. I mean, the vinyls. What did you say about the vinyl records? I mean, when you were telling me earlier?
So my parents, they love rock music. They were big rock people, and this was their collection. They have everything from Journey, Def Leppard, they have AC/DC, they have a Black Sabbath, Ozzy, they got just tons of stuff in here. And stuff I kind of grew up listening to, which got me into rock and roll, and they were holding on to them. Their record player broke, and I said, well, what better way to bring it to life than put it up here in our wall? So kind of like our own little rock and roll Hall of Fame of everything.
It's amazing, and you don't see gyms anywhere, at least that I've seen, and I've been going to gyms for years, that has that rock and roll atmosphere and the fitness atmosphere to it. And there's not even anything up on the walls yet, but he has some really kick-ass, like, what do you call that?
Posters,
some autograph stuff from, who did you have? Avenged Sevenfold. You have the Johnny Cash middle finger picture. I mean, who doesn't have that?
That's key. You got to have that one.
That's epic. I mean, you had, what's that, Taylor Momsen?
That's Haley Williams.
Haley Williams, Paramore.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
there you go. So you're going to have that around here, which is really cool. And talk about your history with music. How did you get into it? What kind of prompted you to start playing guitar and bass and all that?
I started playing when I was fourth grade. I was in fourth grade. My buddy got a guitar and immediately was like, that's what I'm going to do with my life. It was like a gift from the heavens. I got one for my birthday, a first act Walmart guitar, and the expression I played until my fingers bled was 100% certain. It was true. Like every day, 6 hours a day at least, I was playing guitar. And I did that all the way up through high school. I started playing with bands when I was 15 and 16. You may know the band Man the Mighty. We started when they were just starting, and then they went on to split. And a few of the guys are managing Miles Kennedy, Alter Bridge, a few other, the bigger bands. They work with like Elvis out in Orlando. They're record producers. So we were playing shows at the Clearwater Theater, which is now Rock House.
Yeah.
So that's how I started, was in high school. And then after high school, nobody wanted to do professional music. Like everyone was like, well, I'm going to go to college. I'll see you later. And I was left sitting there recording, writing every day. And I was like, well, the only two options I have are become a DJ or rap. So believe it or not, I decided to rap. I started producing my own music, went on tour with Yellow Wolf, played with Ice Cube, I played with Limp Bizkit, Hollywood Undead. We did that whole thing, and then played with artists like Kurt Cobain and a few other big rap guys, Pusha T, some other people like that. So we were touring like crazy.
All right, I gotta ask, what was your rapper name?
It was Ramada. So it started because I was doing freestyle battles in the Ramada Hotel. Yeah, that's where it started. So and then I'm not gonna lie, I did the tours, I did the rap shows, and it was missing an energy. Like all the rappers were up there doing their thing, and I was.
You had one shot. Yeah. One shot, one person.
Exactly.
Whatever that song is.
Yeah.
One opportunity.
Exactly. And like I was running around, headbanging, jumping up and down. People thought I was a freak. They were like, "Why is this dude's like on crack?"
Yeah, but that's Limp Bizkit. That's Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood Undead.
Yep.
That's now 0936, I think his
Something
name
like
is.
that,
Yeah, you have those guys. So I mean, it's kind of coming back. We're listening to Papa Roach up on the thing. That's exactly how they are. They have the rap, they have the music, they have the rock. So you kind of had all that.
And that's where we started, and it was in like south side of Chicago. We were playing at the Harold Washington Center, doing stuff like that. And once we started touring and got out of the local scene, we started transitioning to rock. I started bringing in band members and developing it. And then it started growing. We did tours with Austin Winkler. We did tours with bigger artists, and then eventually got on a tour with Shallow Side, where there was Austin Winkler was headlining, Shallow Side was support, and we were the opener. And that one was crazy. We had like 3 or 4 drummers quit on that tour, mid-tour.
Really?
So and we never dropped the show, not a single show. We played the whole way through. I was teaching people the songs left and right all day, and I'll never forget the tour manager was like, I thought you guys were going to be out by the second show. And we went, it was 3 weeks, I think, straight, 3.5 weeks straight. And it was huge for us. And Shallow Side saw the whole madness happen, and we held our own. And they asked, like, hey, at the time I was singing, they asked, hey, you want to learn bass? And I was like, hell yeah, I do. I want to be involved with professional musicians who know what they want, and they're not afraid to go and get it. So immediately picked up a bass, started learning all like 30 songs. I had like 2 to 3 weeks to do it, and then we had our first shows and tours. So I told my full-time job that, hey guys, I love you, you've done great things for me, but I gotta go chase a dream, and quit and got in a car and drove to Alabama and started playing like 150, 200 shows a year.
Damn. So Matt told me before I started recording all this that he had this fun little situation on tours where he would be working a regular job, and then I want you to finish the rest of it.
Yeah. So before I joined Shallow Side, there's a period of time when you're a local band, you have to break through the glass. You got to get to the next level and become a regional, then a national, and so forth. So, and that obviously costs a lot of money and time invested. So I was working a 50 to 60 hour job in logistics, real desk jobs, super crazy, hectic stuff. After, it was always 8 a.m. to 5. 5:01, I had clocked out, and I was already getting on my torn up jeans and rocker shirt, and I was heading out to Wisconsin, Iowa, Indiana, New York, Texas, Kentucky. Like we toured everywhere. I would go that day, drive, play the show, drive back, and I would pull into my work in my outfit from the stage night before. I'd like give myself a whore shower, whore bath with diaper wipes, cologne. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably a few rough days for my coworkers, but
probably many, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the grind. Like we would play a Saturday night show in San Antonio, Texas. I'd leave Chicago Friday night after work, and I would pull in Monday morning, and work an 8 to 12 hour day, and then we'd hit it again. So that was our life for about a year and a half, 2 years.
How did you stay during that time, doing all that travel, doing the regular job? How did you manage your physical health in that time? Were you able to do that? Because you were talking to me about, we said earlier about how, on the road, your meals are Wendy's, Taco Bell, shit like that. So how do you get to manage, your lifestyle and just to stay healthy during that time?
And it was usually in the mornings. I'd hit the gym, and it was like a necessity. Like I could not skip it. It was something. So at least for me, and so many of my friends, so many of my musician friends, are just people that work everyday life, doing everyday things. Music is super huge. Fitness, same thing. Sometimes that little outlet is what keeps us from just losing it on everybody. That outlet is so important. So for me, that hour, 45 minutes, whatever amount of time, I would go in there, throw on some heavy music, and let out all of my frustration, stress, anxiety, any of those issues. And it became so important to me that I wasn't going to sacrifice it. So for when we were touring at home, and I lived at home, it was easier to get to the gym. But when I transitioned to full time, you have 8 other people's lives that you're also dealing with, so that someone doesn't want to go to the gym, and you got to work with it. So it was easier when I was at home, but thankfully, when I joined Shallow Side, they did the Planet Fitness stuff with the showers and all that. So every morning we were in the gym, and it was just it was my groove. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, and like you were saying, I mean, everybody needs an outlet for something for their mental health.
Yeah.
For me, it's music and working out. Obviously, that seems like it's exactly what yours is too. So to keep saying, especially now, because since March of 2020, we've literally had no live bands playing except for tribute and cover bands. Right. We won't even get into that. Yeah. But you don't have that outlet to go to shows anymore, at least as of yet. We're starting to come back.
Yeah.
But for that mental health, I mean, you need something. You need an outlet. Absolutely. And a lot of people fall back into the drug issue or drinking and stuff like that. That's obviously not always the most healthy thing to do. Right. So luckily, you and I kind of know music, working out,
huge.
Kind of stay busy,
yeah.
physically, just doing stuff. I mean, like I said, you should have seen this place a week ago compared to what it is now. He has put so much time into this place. It's been amazing. And just start off, I mean, you told me you signed the lease when here?
It was March 26th.
March 26th. And what all did you do so far? You've done basically everything in this entire place.
Yeah, we
on your own,
yeah,
with your own money.
Yeah. It's definitely a big project. I've been contracting, so I had a little bit of background for the past year, which I learned a lot and applied it here. So I painted the whole gym, and we did a lot of drywall work. I had hung some of the ceiling grid since it was broke, laid out the rubber flooring. Did carpentry stuff.
You did you said you did the wiring and whatnot for the speakers and all
that?
that?
Yeah, we wired the speakers, got the computer system set up. So, and I'm not
going
to lie.
I love your desk. The desk here.
Wish I could have said I built this.
But it's still wicked though that it's
gorgeous. Yeah. My family helped, so they helped a ton as well when they could. I've been here.
Your girlfriend's a part of it too, correct? Helping you?
Yes. So we had my family, my girl came by, and then my little brother and some of his friends even. So it was a big help. It wasn't all me obviously.
Sure.
They would come in when they could. There's a lot of time. Everyone's got jobs and stuff like that too. So it was team effort, and I hope to keep bringing that to once we allow people to come in, that it's a community. It's not just only for rock stars or only, you know what I mean? Like anybody can come in here and feel like a rock star.
But you were kind of telling me, I don't know how far you want to go in deep with this, but your idea for this place for musicians was?
So a lot of times touring bands, you're coming through. Chicago is a huge city, so most times you're either coming through the Oregon, your smaller local clubs, or all state stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So any bands that are coming through, we hope to route through here. And if people need side cash, we have lessons. We do guitar lessons, drum lessons. We do drum video, like music videos for covers, stuff like that. And then we are hopefully also going to be dipping into show production in a little bit. Well, we won't get into that too much.
Yeah. But what you were saying though about the rock stars or just band members, people in the music industry can come in here and it's a fun place to actually work out.
Oh, absolutely.
You can listen to
Yeah.
some badass fucking music up
Yep.
here and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You have the whole atmosphere of just the music scene and, you know, like we were talking about, the different memorabilia that he's going to have up.
Yeah.
So that's really cool that you could have an outlet for touring bands to actually go somewhere and not have to pay stupid money either.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because what we're doing for touring bands, bring your tour flyer or bring some form of
Listen
proof
to this, listen to
you're on a
this.
tour, a laminate, and we'll let you in for free for the day to get your lift in, to get whatever you need done, a place to sleep in the parking lot, anything. We'll take care of you and send you back on your way to kill some shows. So,
And the good thing is Badass Podcast and Badass Productions is going to be freaking promoting the shit out of
There you
this
go.
place. I mean, it's 10 minutes from my house, so for me it's going to
Small
work.
world.
And you might even see me in here once in a while as well with my son
Absolutely.
Brandon. I would love to get him in here
Yeah.
too. So going further with this, so when you started this, obviously you starting this still in a pandemic. It's really hard to get people that are still afraid to get out and about. What is your like just outlook for how this place is going to look, say in like 3 to 5 months?
I'm excited. I mean, just in this year alone, we've seen so much progress as far as like your vaccines, the opening, the strict laws slowly coming back to normal. So I think in another 3 to 5 months, we're going to continue to see that happen. New York just announced July 1st they're fully reopening. So,
Really?
yeah.
I didn't even hear that one yet.
Yep, New
Because I
York.
know Atlanta's going 100% in May.
So
I
is
know
New York.
Nashville's going 100% in May.
Yep.
Texas has already done it.
Yep.
I know some other southern states, but Chicago, get on it, man.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, health is such a big thing. You want to make sure people are taken care of and safe. So never neglecting that. But there also is an undeniable fact that like, hey, let's go back to life where we didn't have to worry so much. Everyone can use a little less worrying right now. And that's why I think having a gym open that focuses on mental health and fitness and such things like that is such a big thing. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm hopeful, and I think we will continue to grow along in the music community as well as the fitness community.
Yeah, and he is taking precautions, you know, the whole COVID precautions here with masks coming in. He's going to be, you know, kind of cleaning up everywhere, and he's going to have spray bottles and all that shit that you need, which you have to have. But in terms of any of the kind of just workouts, you can get anything that you want to. Are you gonna have like trainers here, or is it just gonna be kind of like a walk-in, do what you want kind of leave type of
So
thing?
we have our mobile programs for people who want the training but not a personal trainer. It's a little bit cheaper that way. So you can use our app in the gym, and then we will have personal trainers here as well doing personal training. We'll be doing competition prep as well for anybody who wants to compete. And then, like I said, also other add-ons, or you know, your music lessons, your drum lessons, guitar lessons. And then one thing I got my eyes on a little bit is there's a good buddy of mine, Jose, up in Geneseo. He's got a company where they do, it's called Instamix, and they do showcases where they bring in like Morgan Rose and stuff like that.
We lost our music too. Our music bed's gone.
There we go. I think someone's in the room. But they do like songwriting showcases where Barry from I think it's 3 Days Grace and
Oh, cool.
guys from Starset, guys like all these other big bands, they come in and they teach kids how to write songs, how to produce songs, how to piece songs together. So this room over here is great for that. I think we can bring in some big name artists in here. Actually, Brent from Shinedown had commented on a few of our photos saying he was super excited. I was trying to get them out here to sign autographs for the live opening, but they are writing songs right now in South Carolina. So hopefully one day we can link that up, but that's kind of the outlook I have.
I got some bands that might be able to come through with you, and
That'd be huge, man.
I'll be
The
able
more-
to talk to them.
Yeah, the more we can promote, you do signings here. If someone releases an album and they want to have a signing here, absolutely.
This is something that is like unprecedented in the industry. So this is something that I've always looked into, and this is why when it came about that I could talk to you, this is like an awesome experience. Just for me, knowing what you want to do here.
Right.
And I'm trying to, what the fuck is going on? Somebody falling
Someone's
through,
trying to get in the back.
somebody falling in through the ceiling and whatnot?
Hang on 1 second.
So he's gonna take a little break. We'll be right back. so after that little fiasco, we are back. Badass Podcast with Matt Daniels. We're at Royalty Health and Fitness in Roselle, Illinois. So that's where we're at. And we were just talking about how this is like unprecedented in the just music and fitness scene together.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk with you about what you want to do going forward with your music. I mean, obviously you have your fitness place now, one of your dreams that you want to do. You've already kind of lived your dream touring, doing all that, doing the rapper stuff, doing the band stuff. But where do you see yourself musically going forward?
That's an interesting question. Music will forever be a part of my life. Always. I love it. And as far as touring professionally on a large scale, at the moment I don't see that too much. The outlook on that isn't as strong, but I will be making more music for sure. Something definitely very strong, like I want our stronghold to be our city, you know, so we're gonna
That sound back there sounds horrible.
We got some repairs going on right now. Yeah, so definitely more music. My hope is to intertwine it all together and throw shows, slot bands on there, be able to teach local bands how to operate.
Sorry,
No,
I'm so sorry. All I hear is the drill going.
Yeah, the drill. We want to be able to teach local bands how to effectively navigate through the music industry, because it is an insane system of hard work, politics, networking, and there's so many people who just don't understand what it takes, who to talk to, where to go, and who's got a great reputation to take care of you, and like maybe who doesn't. So there's a lot of the stuff that like newcomers coming into the scene, I feel like could benefit from. So
Okay, so I think we need to do a part 2 of this interview, probably in a few months after things kind of get rolling, where we discuss exactly that.
Absolutely.
Because that sounds like an amazing. I mean, we don't have all day to talk today, but we have some time.
Absolutely.
But that would be an amazing talk, I think, between us, is just that what you just said right there.
Yeah, so hopefully the gym itself can almost be like a school or a place that bands can go to learn, grow, and just be who
Okay,
they
let's
want.
move closer so we can actually hear over the talking.
Yeah,
There we go.
cool.
So,
But yeah, so I hope the gym itself can be something that bands and fitness people alike can come to feel like themselves as an outlet, hobby, or just somewhere where they want to just let loose. So.
And you'll be playing, like I said, some badass music while we're sitting here as well.
Absolutely.
So,
Days
Matt,
with
where
us.
can we find Royalty Health and Fitness? Give them the websites, give them the socials, give them
Yeah.
all that fun stuff,
So-
where we can find you. Take selfies with the guy if you want to while he's here, too.
Yeah, come on by, say hi. Website is royaltyhealthandfitness.net. Royalty Health and A&D, not the little symbol. And then all of our socials are Royalty Health and Fitness, Instagram, we're on TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, just all that stuff, Twitter. So hit us up, follow us, we'll be posting on there. But most importantly, please stop by, say hi, stop by the gym, check it out. Month of May, there's no enrollment. We have three
Yes,
day passes.
bring it.
So come on in, get a free workout in, just see the place, enjoy it, listen to some good music, and come hang out. Let's just have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Come talk to Matt. You can shoot the shit about music, fitness, guys doing work in the back, whatever you want to do. So, man, I really appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Or me coming in today.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's been an awesome experience. And like I said, you're going to see me around this place too, because this is
Forward to
something I've been wanting for years. And
That's awesome.
it's finally coming through.
Yeah.
And now after this, you probably have to expand.
I hope so.
Not here, but I
hope
mean,
so.
different areas.
I hope
and
so.
different, that would be
Yeah.
really cool that you could do something like that
Absolutely.
too. So, Matt, thank you, sir.
Yeah, man, thank you.
And check out the podcast,
Guys.
Badass Podcast, badassproductions1.com. Find us all over the socials. And until next time, rock on.
Shit. Yeah.
I am award-winning published photographer and journalist Evan J. Thomas, and I'll be bringing you badass artists from the genres of music, art, sports, radio, as well as TV and movies. On the Badass Podcast, you will hear raw, bold, blunt, and honest conversation-style interviews where no topic is off limits. Check out the show at badassproductions1.com and go to the On Demand tab and pull up the Badass Podcast where you can watch or listen to your favorite show. Get ready, because I am Evan J. Thomas, and this is